Thank you very much, Nifemi. Well, as Nigeria continues to reposition itself globally as a destination for capital and collaboration, Mr. Bobo Ajudua, principal partner at BFA and co-legal, has been appointed to lead the deal room at the Nigerian House in Davos. The deal room sits at the core of Nigeria's house investment agenda at the World Economic Forum, serving as an engine room for high-level negotiations, cross-border partnerships, and investor engagements aimed at converting global interest in Nigeria into tangible economic outcomes. The platform is focal point Nigeria's economic diplomacy, offering a coordinated narrative of reforms, opportunity, and readiness for global capital. In his role, Mr. Ajudua will oversee deal facilitation across key sectors, including energy, infrastructure, oil and gas, technology, and creating economy. Speaking on his appointment, Mr. Ajudua described the role as a responsibility to help translate Nigeria's ambition into bankable, executable partnerships, noting that the deal room is where conversations move from interest to intent and from intent to action. Well, let's stay on this, and I have joining me Dr. Tokpe Fashua, Special Advisor to the President on Economic Affairs, Office of the Vice President. He joins me live from Davos in Switzerland. Good afternoon, good evening to you, Dr. Fashua. I think we're on the same time zone.
Yes, good evening to you, Tolu. It's good to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I should start with the inauguration of the Nigerian House and all of it. Tell us more about this and what it means for us as a country and the participation at the World Economic Forum.
Right. Thank you very much. It's a great innovation. I think from what I gathered, it's been in the offing for a few years. Nigeria wanted to show more presence in Davos. We're next to what I think is the Indian House, or rather somewhere that's written India, Bharat, meaning that serious countries have been making such initiatives. The Nigerian House is meant to be a hub for discussions, for investors to go to make inquiries about Nigeria, something standing for discussions to be had. This evening we had Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, coming in with the Minister of Investment and Trade, having good discussions, a series of discussions. In fact, since the opening on Monday, it's been back-to-back discussions and negotiations and investors looking in, and there's been an upbeat about Nigeria, the kind of investments that can be had in this country. We have very important ministers around, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Science and Technology, of course, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, equally representation from the Solid Minerals Ministry and the MD of the Nigeria Solid Minerals Company, a new initiative that has been established to be able to reach agreements and enter into PPP arrangements with investors in the solid mineral sector. So there's a whole lot going on, and I think the idea behind the Nigeria House is a good one.
All right, let's also look at this flexing of muscles, if we're allowed to use that line, between global economies, Trump's speech and all of that. Can you also take us through what this means for Nigeria, where we stand in all of this?
Well, my personal opinion in this tiff that's going on between these global bodies, of course, as a country, and this is what international relations is about. It's about us positioning. We've always been a non-aligned country since the creation of this country, Nigeria. And the whole idea is to position for our best interest. As the case may be, this is what we've always done, and I believe that should be the case going forward. Well, when you look at the discussion around Greenland and Denmark and USA, the incursion being made by Mr. Trump, one thing that occurs to me personally is I think at some point it's been made to look like the situation of Denmark holding Greenland as a colonial territory is a normal. a normalcy, or it's been normalized. I think it's not normal. I think every country should be free, just as we have been giving our independence in Nigeria since 1960. I think it's an aberration for any country to be holding another country as a territory, or for another country to want to seize hold of another country just because they have the power, and of course maybe under the pretext of security. So I think the reason why Mr. Trump is having the opportunity to try and bully Denmark is also because Denmark perhaps had held on to that territory for too long as a colonial vassal, and I think that should not be encouraged in this age, 2026. Equally, there are other countries, especially in Europe, that are still holding on to different territories around the world. We are not asking the people of those countries what exactly is their preference. Do they want to continue to be under colonial rulership, or do they want their independence? I believe that everybody wants to be free, even if there were 5,000 people or 50,000 people. People want to be free. I think that's the one clear thing. Of course, the discussions are going on. Mr. Trump is in town. Other leaders are in town in Davos. Discussions are going on. I have seen in a few places, and I've heard also listened to Mr. Trump saying that, well, he's not going to go with force. It's just some sort of body blows. He weaves around like Muhammad Ali and all of that. And of course, people have also put him down for what they believe is trying to achieve. It's a new world here. I think what I learned from what Mr. Trump is doing, in spite of all his idiosyncrasies, is that it's a new world, that nothing is permanent. No permanent friends around. That's the truth. Even America is not permanently a friend to Europe. Everybody looks for what's best for them. So I think Africa shouldn't be distracted. Nigeria is not distracted. The whole idea is for us to pursue our own the best interest, and to ensure that some of the problems we have are being solved, whether it was economic or security-wise, or inequality issues, or what have you. So I think that's the way I personally look at it, and I believe that the big countries will sort themselves out in good time, but no one should be deceived, except people who don't read history and who don't understand history, that will believe that there's some permanency in terms of these relationships.
Dr. Tokwe Fashua, that's our time. Thank you so much. It's good to have you join us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Yes.